One family searching for opportunities for their child in 1955, joined with two other families, and so began the Clearbrook family. We have grown to serve more than 3,000 children and adults each year. As the Clearbrook family has grown, so have the diversity of programs and services, opening the doors of opportunity for family members like Brad, Mitchell, Meredith, and Grant.
He was born in March of '93, and it was quite an emotional time. He was so tiny, and then he got sick, and that was hard because he had to have some of his lung removed. But he's grown into such a nice young man, so helpful to everybody. Grant likes to rake leaves, and he loves the leaf blower. He goes down and helps people down the street, and there's a couple of widows that are by themselves, so he goes down and rakes their leaves and pulls them out into the street. In the future, I hope that Grant can do what his life dream is of working for waste management. He is so intrigued with garbage and recycling. That's what he wants to do. He's going to go far. He's very industrious.
Today, Grant is a sophomore at Elk Grove High School and continues to be served by Clearbrook.
Meredith was born at 27 weeks, so she was 3 months premature. She weighed 1 pound, 12 ounces. She was diagnosed with cerebral palsy, spastic quadriplegia, and she began Clearbrook's child program at a year old, and it continues to this day. She is 15 years old, and she attends Palatine High School. She has many friends. They talk on the phone all the time. They meet at the mall, and their favorite place to hang out is McDonald's. She's on 6 clubs at school. She is a cheerleader. She went to her first formal dance back in April, and she was asked by a friend of hers named Michael. She had so much fun there because it was all her friends, and she felt so grown up because she had a beautiful dress on. For Meredith's future, I would love to see Meredith be as independent as possible. Say the whole thing,
I
Meredith.
want you to leave now.
You want me to leave now? I know she'll always need some assistance for her physical needs. She is already expressing her needs to be independent, but she wants to be alone with her friends, her therapists, her school people. And it's really nice to see because it shows that she is such a typical teenager.
Bradley was born 3 months premature, and he does have cerebral palsy, and he started going to Clearbrook, I would say, early in infancy.
Clearbrook's services have changed for Bradley as his needs have changed. He's now a typical teenager who enjoys basketball and talking to his friends on the phone. He attends Elk Grove High School and is served by Clearbrook's in-home services.
He's a very studious kid. He doesn't need a lot of prompting. He comes home from school and immediately dives into whatever he needs to do, so that's nice. Brad is a huge Cubs fan, and he appreciates the history of baseball, obviously the Cubs in particular, and sometimes he surprises me with some of the things that he remembers that I told him about when I was a kid. He really loves it. Clearbrook has helped us immensely over the years, so it's been a real blessing to have them provide all these services for us. Hopes for the future that he lives as independently as possible, whether that's on his own or with a wife, and that he just basically be as independent as possible.
Mitch has autism. He's not going to catch up. Mitch is like permanently a 4-year-old, but he's soon going to be 28 years old. He likes to do things that a 4 or 5-year-old like to do.
When Mitchell was younger, a standardized education model proved ineffective for his level of autism.
We ended up having him home for months, trying to get a program together for him. Well, it was like in the darkness of night, we had our shining light. What happened? Clearbrook came into our life. We had a worker that came from Clearbrook, took him into the community, did things with him. You cut the apron strings, if you will.
Clearbrook interaction continues today. Now Mitchell has 2 part-time jobs and lives in a Clearbrook home in the community.
Day came that we decided that residential was the right thing to do. Not easy. Mitchell made a transition, and I don't think, but for Clearbrook, that he would have made the transition. The caring, the staff, they're not 9-to-5 type people. It's not just doing a job. They care, They consider him part of their family. You just can see it in the eyes of the workers. His favorite job, he tells us, is cleaning ATM machines. We try different things. He tries shredding because at my office, he does some shredding on Mondays. He usually sleeps over, what they call a home visit, on Sunday nights, and he works in our office and he shreds. When he finishes a bag, his reward is he gets to go on an elevator ride. The idea of him being able to work in the community, never. Nobody would ever believe that. We're blessed. We have some peace of mind now. That he will be okay. And he's happy. And he's a person we never thought would be.
Every family that Clearbrook serves is special, but some are truly extraordinary. You see, Bradley, Grant, and Meredith are triplets.
Bradley, Grant, and Meredith are triplets. They were born 3 months premature, and they were diagnosed with cerebral palsy at different times, and we didn't know where to go. And someone told us about Clearbrook, and we knew that the kids would be perfect there and be able to flourish and grow.
Clearbrook has provided services to the Evans triplets for 15 years and also helps younger brother Brett, who has autism.
It's like you can't thank Clearbrook enough for what they've done. They've become their own person, and I know for their future, it's going to even be more exciting.
The focus, the frame of mind that Clearbrook has, that everybody should reach for the stars. Everybody can try and reach for the stars and do more. It would have never happened. He's in a great place now. One of his housemates, who is blind, reads Braille books to Mitch to go to sleep. He's a family.